Hello people, just a short one really, I'm not going to be on too long. Just got back from Merrill, doing bits of shopping and whatnot. My life's really looking up and it's really positive and there's no negatives in my life, I can say that much. Yes, there has been the temptations there when I got upset originally by the non-stop prank caller who caused me severe trauma and fright and terror and just caused me a lot of grief really. So I've gone through a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse from the prank caller, threats to my life and all sorts of vile threats. I've got my suspicions about who it is, but yeah, there is no real, I suppose, hardcore proof apart from the screenshots I had of a comment they deleted on the Fact Freaks channel. Really, if the police would take that as evidence, then they would, but you know, it's just the way things are. I mean, what's past is past. I think the best bet is just to let it lie, and I've changed my phone number so nobody can contact me and cause me severe trauma, abuse and terror again. And I'm never going to give my number out to anybody ever again. It was my fault in the sense that I gave my phone number out, but that was for people to be kind to me and to actually play the sympathy card, really, and to get sympathy off people. I know I shouldn't really have done such a stupid thing, but it's because I believe that, you know, I've moved on from the past. The past is the past. What happened with the TV screen incident 2 years ago, two and odd years ago, happened 2 and odd years ago. You know, there's been no actively pursuing an offending lifestyle since then. I've been very tempted to go to Cardiff and actually go and do prank calls like I did in 2017 to nurseries and schools in Cardiff. I have been exceptionally tempted frequently to go and do that, but the only purpose that I had the temptation there in my head to go and do that was because I wanted to go to Eastwood Park Women's Prison. And I wanted to go to Eastwood Park Women's Prison because I wanted to get off with one of the prison guards there, or just any prison guard, because it's meant to be quite a sort of easy to get off with the guards sort of prison. But yeah, basically, I just basically wanted to go there for that reason, and that reason alone. I actually get like some sort of thrill and enjoyment out of jail, to be fair. I do actually really enjoy my time whenever I am in jail because I get to do like a prison job. I get loads of activities. I get loads of people being really nice to me, and I just get an easy life. I ain't got to worry about adult things like finances or paying bills or paying this or doing the other. There's no responsibilities, nothing for me to focus on. So I absolutely love jail. I mean, like, most people would see it as a deprivation of your liberty and, oh, it's so terrible, you're locked behind bars, but I absolutely love jail with extreme passion. I really, really love jail. It is something that I get a thrill and a kick out of, and flirting with police officers when I get arrested, trying to get off with police officers, all that kind of thing is something that I actually am really into. And I do exceptionally love jail. It's one of my favourite places on earth to be. And that's just being 100% genuine. No bullshit, no crap, no nothing. I do love jail. But the only thing that stopped me doing it is I thought about all the traumatised nursery people and all the traumatised schools that I would traumatise, and that can have a long-lasting impact. What I did in 2017 with threatening schools and nurseries probably caused prolonged trauma to them. They probably had extreme fear and anxiety to go to nursery or school after what I did in 2017. But so that's the only thing that stopped me from recommitting that offence. is just knowing how much pain and trauma that can cause and how much fear and terror that can cause. And I've been on the brunt end of extreme threats and abuse from the non-stop prank caller I had, so I know how it feels. I mean, I could go to Cardiff and start prank calling the police again. That'd be a harmless offence. That's got no victims apart from the bloody 999 call handlers, and I'm pretty sure they don't really care. They're like, you know, trained up to listen to that sort of crap. So if I went and actually, did 999 prank calls in Cardiff till I was arrested, that would be a safe offence to commit without really causing any damage or trauma to anybody. Because obviously they're highly trained, they don't give a shite what happens. If they get a prank caller, they just deal with it as and when. But you'd have to stand in the phone box and do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again non-stop until they have to come to the phone box and arrest you. Like, that's what I used to do when I was a really young teenager myself. And I used to get extreme thrills and kicks out of it and roll around laughing about it and think it was funny to prank call the police non-stop. I also found it funny when I was a very young teenager, really, really young. I found it extremely funny to make up false allegations against an innocent man, saying he had done things to me that he shouldn't have done when he hadn't. And he got arrested for the R word. He got arrested for that while he was at work, so he got sacked. Caused a lot of havoc and grief that way. I was in the juvenile courts for that, done for perverting the course of justice, because it was treated very severely, because it was another lad I'd falsely accused as well. So I'd accused 2 different people, and they took it so seriously that I got done for perverting the course of justice. I've been done for prank calling the nines so many times I lost count. I've been in jail so many times for prank calling the nines I've lost count. For assaulting coppers, because I used to kick and spit and bite at the police officers when they used to come and arrest me back then. I used to kick off and assault them really badly. So I've done extremely bad, vile behaviour since I was a kid. I'm not trying to explain that it's a decent thing I've ever done. I'm not trying to say there's an excuse for what I've done, because there isn't. Autism is no excuse on the planet to go around behaving like I have. And the fact that, I do want to take full accountability for every vile action that I've ever done in my entire life. I'd like to finally take some accountability for it and actually take full accountability for it. And I suppose it's just realising that if I take full accountability, you know, it's the right thing to do. Take full accountability for my actions. Don't blame it on this or that or that or that or that, or oh, it's autism, or oh, it's bloody, oh, I've got special needs, and all the shite I used to do trying to get away with things with my disabilities. It is wrong, it is disgusting, it is vile to behave like that. So I'm going to now take full accountability for all the actions of my past, and say, you know, I shouldn't have done it, and just like really just say that I need to take accountability for my actions, and so on, and so I really am. There is no excuse for anything I've ever done in my life, apart from attention seeking and getting a thrill and a kick out, some sort of sick thrill and enjoyment out of it. That's the only reason behind it. It isn't because I'm autistic and I've got high functioning autism. It isn't because of that. That does not make people offend and do offences. It isn't because I've got like my disabilities. It isn't to do with that. It isn't to do with, even though a lot of my offences, like as an adult, were committed under the influence of alcohol. Even that isn't an excuse, because it's my choice to pick up a can or a bottle and drink. I mean, I'm an alcoholic at the moment. I've become an alcoholic through all the stresses and just not coping with all the victimisation that I'm getting and all the bullying and the targeting non-stop. So I've turned to drink and become an alcoholic. I get very bad withdrawal symptoms if I try to come off booze now. I've been on the really hard stuff for vodkas and stuff. I haven't documented it and videoed it because it's not, you know, it's not worth it. But I haven't been online half as much recently because it's boring. Bores the shit out of me. But I thought I'd just say that really. I just like to use the internet sometimes as like my personal journal. Like it's a bit like a journaling, scrapbooking type thing, but I'm doing it online. I do like to do that and talk about any issues I have inside my head. Just anything that goes through my mind. Just occasionally have a bit of a rant. It gets it off my chest and makes me feel better. Which is better than bottling bad things into your brain and stuff. It ain't good. But I do want to take full accountability for the actions of my past. I don't want to blame it on anything else, and I don't want people to think I'm trying to do that. But two wrongs don't make a right. That, and just because of my past does not mean somebody that I deserve somebody to death threat me on prank calls and give me extreme abuse and threats about abusing me and all these horrible threats I received. Two wrongs don't make a right. Just because I've done things in my past doesn't give then somebody the excuse to go and break the law and do something like that. Non-stop prank calling to somebody, causing them extreme alarm, distress and terror and fear and trauma and all the trauma it caused me. It is bad. And, you know, the person will never obviously own up to it because they're terrified I'll report them to the police. But even an apology would have been something nice. Just to say, oh yeah, well, it was a bit childish or a bit nasty to do that. But yeah, that's about it really. I'm pretty happy today. Life's looking up, looking positive. Since I've took accountability now for my actions, I think that my life can finally now move forward. As long as I can just live a peaceful, quiet life. I mean, I don't know whether I should be in the public eye, really, and whether I should be broadcasting everything to the public. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe me being on social media full stop is where I'm going wrong. Maybe if I wasn't on social media, people would leave me the fuck alone and just let me get on with my life and live a peaceful, quiet existence as long as I weren't breaking the law and doing nasty, vile, disgusting things. But yeah, okay, people, I'm going to go now. Yeah. Bye.